Well, good morning, liberty-minded tourists. I hope you are ready for a brief tour today. I've kind of pointed out a lot of news sites this week, and it's almost the weekend, so I want to just share some encouraging things. So if you would like to be encouraged, please find a seat on the Liberty bus and we will get started with our tour of the day. First of all, this is not terribly encouraging. Alex Jones mentioned this morning that RT is taking a stand against the Second Amendment. RT has been a tremendous source for truthers, if I may use that term. Evidently now there is something of a crackdown going on. Alex Jones said that he has not been asked for an interview in 8 months. And I bring this up to just point out that the cabal, the bad people, whatever you want to call them, the banksters, they lay a trail of breadcrumbs for us. You know, it's a Hansel and Gretel kind of a thing. They draw us in, and then they put us in the pot and boil us. So if something seems good at the outset, just keep your eyes open. We shouldn't take anything for granted. I mentioned gaslighting yesterday, and this, for some reason, really caught my imagination. I think it's because I have been gaslighted, or people have tried to gaslight me a lot in churches, in businesses, in personal relationships. It is just a very nasty form of manipulation. Trust your own perceptions. This might be helpful too. It's the Wikipedia article on gaslighting. As you look around you, evaluate things for yourselves. Don't accept the MSM, don't accept Alex Jones, don't accept what I say. Trust your own perceptions. Read, think, look, talk to your friends, listen, and develop your worldview, and don't let people convince you that your perceptions are mistaken. They may well be mistaken, because we are all broken people and none of us sees everything perfectly. And I just want to mention one thing that I often think about is the four Gospels, the stories about Jesus Christ from perspectives of different people. None of them set out to do anything, I believe, except tell the truth, but they told the story as they saw it. So there are minor differences. So our perception's not going to be perfect. However, we live according to our own perceptions. Each individual has that responsibility. So don't let people, I guess what I really want to say is, don't let people take it away from you. If you really believe something, hang on to it until you're proven wrong, at least. I don't believe I've included a lot or pointed out many on the tour of the day. Many of these articles about the One People's Public Trust. But I am becoming more interested in this because it is beginning to seem to me like it does have enough substance to give it some time. And it is going to require some time to read through these documents and get a handle on it. I do think it's worthwhile, and I think there is potential here for really good things for humanity. This is another approach to the trust of basically the earth and its resources. This is divineprovince.org, and I have had the opportunity to give a little more thought and time to this, and I suggest that you do the same. And there are some interesting ideas, and the man who devised this declares himself to be at peace with a lot of people that we might tend to consider bad guys. I see the trustees, who I have considered bad guys, as Denethor in Lord of the Rings. He was a steward. He meant well. He, I believe, had good intentions to protect the people of the city, keep the city, Minas Tirith or Minas Tirith. But he felt his own frailty and weakness to a degree that caused him to seek dark alliances, and it really was his undoing. So if you can think of the cabal, I guess the cabal is ultimately not the trustees, but the trustees have been pressured and influenced by the cabal. If you can think of some of the people who hold the power in our world as trustees, it's logical to assume that the time of the trust will be fulfilled and the beneficiaries will be restored. And it sounds both from the People's One Trust and this approach that our time for restoration as beneficiaries is at hand. So that's a little good news for you to ponder as we approach the weekend. And I thank you for joining me for this production of She Who Will Walk in the Dark Productions. Hope you enjoyed today's tour. And I certainly hope that you are far from afraid, because the dawn is coming and it can't be stopped. Take care. Have a good weekend.